Good evening. Could you please give me a few claps or applause so that I know that you're listening to me? Good. Every clap counts. Every clap going to give me energy to talk. All right. Everyone have your lunch already? I believe so, right? It's kind of late now. After this, my talk is actually the last talk. I believe after my talk, I'm so sorry, you will definitely feel hungry about it because I'm going to talk about food. Okay? And by profession, I'm a dietitian. I'm working in an international university. And today I'm very fortunate. I also have my fans. My students are here. All right? So I guess next year, you will see them practicing as a dietitian as well. Perhaps they could be the dietitian that's serving you to talk about how to improve your diet. Okay? Now, today you can see a lot of product here. I'm not selling product today. I'm going to teach you how to dissect the product. When I say dissect, doesn't mean that you open up the product. Basically, I help you to teach you or share with you some of the tips how to read the food label. Okay? Now, before I start, I normally ask the first question. Any one of you here go to grocery shopping? If yes, raise your hand. None? You don't go to wet market, supermarket, grocery shopping? Now I can see a lot of female raising hand, okay, which is actually kind of common sign because female normally is the one that who prepare the food, who is the one who purchase the food. But of course, normally man is the one who pay the female to buy the food. All right? Do you agree or you disagree? All right? Oh, okay. Now, here there is one sir saying that I'm not just the one who pay, I'm also the one who carry back home. All right? So normally the guys is the one that have a free gyms when you go to grocery shopping with the wife or with the partners or with the mothers or even wife. Okay? Now, then next question is that any one of you, when you go to purchase something, will you read the food label? If you do, raise your hand. Okay? Do you read the price first or the label first? Yes, of course the price first. Which one promotion, get that product first. Okay? Whenever you go to supermarket, actually you can see that those products who are on discount is normally at your eye level. Okay? And those products that the supermarket want to push out is also at your eye level. Now, those products that pay more to the supermarket also at your eye level. So these are psychology. Okay? So today I'm going to also help you to teach you, also need to look up and look down. Because your eye level may not be the true product you want to buy. Okay? Now, the price is always a concern, which is true. And of course, always remember, sometimes certain product may not on sales, but actually it's an investment for your own health. All right? Long-term investment. Huh? So don't say that because of discounted product, you just simply buy. Because when you simply buy, your husband, your partner will cry. Okay? We'll spend too much. All right? Okay. Now, today in my talk, I'm going to emphasize on three things. Looking into a sodium content, looking into a fat content, looking into the sugar content. All right? I also share with you some tips. I shouldn't be shared here too public. But well, I'm going to share with you also. If you know it, you share with others quietly. But today I will be a bit loud. Okay? Now, so today we have a few products here. In order to teach you how to read the food label, I have to show you the whole packaging first. Okay? Very small, isn't it? Do you want to put on your spec first? Also still small. Never mind. I bring a slightly bigger. Can Also cannot, isn't it? This is the biggest I can make already. So sorry. Right? Maybe in this way, I will do some interactive activities. I'm going to point some of you up and share with me what do you see in this box. Is it okay? So quiet suddenly. It's like in a school. Ask question, no one want to answer one. And then we want to point on someone, no eye contact, first rule. Okay? Now, of course, I want it to be very energetic. You have to show me your passion. Show me your power inside. A lot of people say, old people no energy. You have to show me otherwise. Huh? Okay? Are you guys ready? Louder. Clap. Louder. Yes, this is what I want to see. Elderly is the wiser. Elderly has the most energy. Do you agree? Louder. Correct. Okay, now I'm going to point the first one. Who avoid my eye contact? The one who can. Now, I want to walk around, see which one is so unfortunate. Would you mind? No, it's to talk with me on the stage. Yes. Come. Yes, I'm more fortunate. I get one already. Don't worry, I'm vegetarian. I don't eat people. Okay.
Where should I stay?
Over here, beside me, beside me.
Okay.
How should I address you?
Irene here.
Irene. Okay. Now this is the box. Now
Okay.
here. All right. So maybe you can show me in the front cover what do you see?
Where's the price?
Oh, sorry, no price. Oh.
We-
This is limited edition,
You
priceless.
say we look at the price first, right?
Very good.
Okay then.
So what do you see in the front cover?
High fiber cereal.
Okay, very good.
Wholly whole grains.
Hmm.
Oat soluble. Fiber helps lower or reduce cholesterol. Soluble in water, they mean.
Yes, correct. So what
How-
you mentioned is true.
No, but I don't understand how the soluble in water. I mean what does it mean actually? The oat?
Okay, soluble fiber. This is a very good question.
Ah.
Now, we hear a lot soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. Am I right? Now, insoluble fiber, this is what you see in tap water in your toilet bowl. They want insoluble. Okay, soluble fiber normally that when you take it in, it helps you to reduce your cholesterol, balance your blood sugar. That is a function of soluble. How is it going to soluble? Is that when you put inside water, it will form gel.
Ah,
Okay. Anyone have eat oat before here?
yes.
Yes. Put in water, what you see?
Expand
Gel,
a bit.
right?
Gel? Oh, gluey.
Yes, it's
Okay.
very gluey. Okay. Any one of you had eat the oat bran before?
Oat bran.
Oat bran. The outer layer of the oat.
I don't think so.
For example, one product, oat bran 28. What oat bran 30? That kind of product. Anyone have eaten? No. Yes. The oat bran is the outer layer of the oat. When you put inside the water, it become very gooey.
Never try.
Never try. I can tell you, you better don't try.
Oh, okay. Thank
Now, why I say so? Because the taste not so good. There's certain method we eat it to maintain our health. For example, because it's very gluey, normally we suggest you put inside your juice. Because you blend your juice, it's going to be thick. When you add inside, you can't differentiate.
Okay, okay.
All right. Now that one is considered soluble fiber. That's why it become gel.
But the oat bran, is it more nutritional?
Now, very good question. Wow, very smart. I got a very good a partner here. Whether it's very good. Now, outer layer is only the fiber, mainly the fiber.
Not the nutrition part.
Most of the nutrition is hiding in somewhere. For example, the core.
Ah.
Okay, the core normally we call it as the germ. Okay, now the
okay.
germ, a lot of white rice they remove the germ. That's why it's so nice, so fragrant. The germ normally when you have it, like for example your brown rice, they will have the germ in it. Now the germ, if you put it outside for some time, it will smell. Am I correct? Yes, because it contains some form of fatty acid. Okay, when it contact with oxygen, it will become
Oxidated.
yes, oxidized, and then it will smell a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so normally for brown rice, you either put inside the fridge or you cook it fast.
Okay.
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 I saw someone raising the hand. Got a question. Very scared. No. Don't worry, I don't eat. I'm vegetarian. Just saying. Okay. Now, so as you can see in the label here, which is correct, whatever they want to put up, normally we call the label is basically is your face lah. This is a product face. I will show you the best ever. Put in the most makeup. Show it at the front first. All right. Like in this product, they put in the product name. They put in the
Nice
what is
picture.
inside, nice picture. They also put a claim. Do you see the claim? High fiber.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
Now, all this claim is actually regulated by law, by food law, they cannot simply put high fiber if the content inside don't have high fiber.
Okay.
Okay? So does that mean, so it means is that at the front cover can be trusted, regulated by food law. As long as they claim low sodium is low sodium, if they claim high fiber is high fiber. Okay? Now, does that mean that high fiber product is always the more nutritious one?
No, you just told us not, right?
Yes. Wow, very smart. I'm very scared now. Inferior. Alright? So you're right. Okay, some of the product, even though they say it's high fiber or low in sugar, doesn't mean that the product is the best ever. Okay? Like the same, if you say someone handsome, someone beautiful, can you be sure that that person is the best? No. Alright? Because you want to see what's inside.
Okay.
Right? Same thing. Some product they may not claim high fiber, but they do contain fiber as well. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you also can see that there's a Jakim logo, which is for Muslim friends. That one is very important. If you're looking for halal product, the Jakim logo is very important for you to indicate. Okay? Now, I guess that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Yes, correct.
Don't I get a free gift?
I'm so sorry. What I'm going to do is that, would you mind to point the next person to come up?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Let them be a volunteer, or if they were eager, it's no good to point somebody like that.
Okay, okay, then I point. I
Because
be the evil.
some people may not like to go on stage, you know.
Ah,
right?
okay,
I
okay.
just happened that I feel guilty because I was looking at my phone. So you call me, I gotta come lah.
So sorry. Okay, but still, it's my fortunate to have you here. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, I'm going to ask the next person. Would you give me your eye contact? Let me see. Walk around. So normally the closer one also kena lah, huh? Because too close to me already. So here I'm going to point the one that's going to further than me, perhaps. All right. Now, maybe, madam? Don't worry, I don't eat people. How should I address you?
Lee, Miss Lee.
Oh, okay, Miss Lee. You have a gift, your mic.
Oh, my mic.
Yes, come.
Oh, okay.
Yes, careful, huh? Okay. Hi, Miss Lee. So, just now we talk about the front side. We talk about the left and right. Maybe you choose which side you want to talk about. The top, left, right.
So,
Which part?
this one.
Okay. Wow, Miss Lee, you always go for the best part.
No, this one.
Oh, this part. Okay. Is it okay? All right. So would you mind to share with us what do you see in this part?
The contents.
Yes. The ingredient content. Okay. Ingredient list. Any
Contents. And I think some chemicals also. Like,
Some chemical also. Very good.
Maybe. And they have an allergic warning.
Okay. Allergen warning.
Okay, and they also describe the ingredients also.
Yes,
A bit
very
of
good.
description.
Yep. Yeah. So what you see here, which is right, here is actually talking about the food ingredient and also the allergen warning sign. May I know anyone of here allergic to something? Don't, of course, not allergic to money. Anyone of you here don't allergic to money, isn't it? Okay? Allergic to food. Anyone allergic to nuts? No. Anyone allergic to milk product? No. Very good. Huh? Anyone here allergic to gluten? Also don't have. Wow. Today I have a very healthy group. Fantastic. I now feel more relief. Okay? Now, the ingredient list here, normally the first item contains the highest amount of the ingredient inside the food product.
Is it? Oh.
The last item normally is the least. Okay? Now, when you read the food label here, you can see 50% whole grain, which is true. The whole product, 50% of it is actually whole grain, contain the highest amount in the food. Okay? Anyone have read the food label in your shampoo? Miss Lee, do you read shampoo?
Yeah, I
What
do.
is the first ingredient?
First, I'm not sure, but I will look out for like if they have PG.
Okay,
or
okay.
There's another one is paraben.
Paraben, these are the
yeah.
toxic product
Yeah.
items. Okay, you're right. So those are the, means chemical side, definitely that one is kind of considered dangerous lah, right? But in terms of shampoo, I don't know whether you're aware, the first product is they put aqua, A-Q-U-A, or the nicer name called aqua lah, not so good name water law. So it means what? You buy the product, you buy water. Good. Of course, they have to add in some water into the shampoo, isn't it? Alright? So you're telling us that in shampoo, most of the percentage is water. Okay? Now, anyone here have buy snack chips? Potato chips, very good. Okay? Now, inside the chips, what is the percentage like? What is the most percentage inside the potato chips? Do you know, Miss Lim?
Maybe starch or
Starch. Okay? Any other?
I think some Ajinomoto also.
Ajinomoto, possible. Right?
Coloring also.
Colorings, okay.
And some artificial flavoring.
Okay, artificial flavoring. Okay, correct. But actually, the most percentage of your chips is actually air.
Air.
Do you know that you buy potato chips, most of it you buy air? Now you only laugh. Okay, now buying food you need to be aware. Okay, these are the mindfulness that we talk about. Alright, so in this product, as you can see, the first one is whole grain. Whole grain, they break down a lot of whole grains lah, if you want to know the product well. Now, when you read the food label, somehow you want to spot sugar, you want to spot fat, you want to spot sodium. Alright, now sugar. Do you think they normally to put sugar, this name, inside the food label?
Some variable. Sometimes they put like syrup.
Syrup, correct, very good.
Glucose and then corn, something like that.
Yes, okay. Wow, you see, everyone that I point very well educated, make me feel so stressed and so small. Right? You're right, some product, if they contain sugar, if they're good enough, they put a sugar lah. If they don't good enough, they make it high class a little bit, they put sucrose. S-U-C-R-O-S-E, sucrose. If they want to confuse you further, they put a brown rice syrup. So nice, isn't it? You thought you're eating brown rice, actually you're taking the brown rice sugar. No different, still sugar. Okay? Now some they actually make it better, they put honey. For information, honey is still sugar. Okay? What else they put the sugar? They will put the high or concentrated corn syrup. Okay, those are also considered sugar. Salt. What do you normally see if you want to detect salt from the food product list?
Sodium.
Sodium, very good. Sea salt. Wow, they put sea salt into the product.
Got.
Very good.
Biscuit, I think.
Biscuit. Somehow they add in sea salt. That's where they put sea salt. Any other? MSG. Right? Now salt, they put in a lot of funny name. They put sodium chloride, they put sodium, what? Sodium citrate, whatever name they put in. Basically to confuse you so that you don't recognize sodium. Okay? Now that one is really tricky. Okay? Because somehow they want you to be unable to detect the word salt, they put the chemical name. Right? But actually all this sodium is actually referring to salt. Okay? Now fat, normally what is the fat that you see in the food label?
Fat. I think they put fat also sometimes. Maybe
they may put butter.
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter is also fat. It's not cocoa.
And then
how do they name the fat or oil? Inside the ingredient list, they're hidden inside. They put vegetable oil.
And then I think they describe like hydrogenated.
Correct. So they have a hydrogenated or non-hydrogenated. Okay. Now today they will put partial hydrogenated.
Partial. What's the difference?
Okay. Hydrogenated oil means that they convert the oil from liquid into solid. Okay. Vegetable oil normally when you put into the room temperature, they should be in the liquid form. Okay. But now last time you hear a lot butter is bad. Okay. Butter is bad for your heart. Then what is the company going to do is that to make the vegetable oil looks like butter. This is what we call margarine. So the process is called hydrogenation. Okay, so when the vegetable oil goes through hydrogenation, it becomes hardened. then it will look like butter. But of course, it doesn't taste like butter. Okay? Now, today we know that when we go through the hydrogenation, it actually will produce a lot of trans fat. Anyone have heard of trans fat?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, very good. Because now, when I say very good, doesn't mean the trans fat is good. Trans fat is very, very, very bad. Okay? It's worse than saturated fat. Trans fat is actually going to clot our blood vessel much easier. Okay? Because nowadays, we are very lucky, we have the World Health Organization make a law that all products have to ban from trans fat. So you can see a lot of bakery or even a biscuit, they will put a label, no trans fat or zero trans fat. Okay? Now, beside all this oil that we have labeled, we actually somehow we can see palm oil in the food label.
Yeah.
Yes, they will put sunflower oil, olive oil.
Soybean oil.
Yes, soybean oil as well. Yes, these are the fat and oils that we want to detect. Okay? Now, no matter sugar, fat, sodium, if they put at the number, the first 5 items, you then know that those are the higher proportion of the component inside the food. So these are the food that you may try, you may not want to choose from, or you want to compare those that have lesser fat, lesser sugar, or lesser sodium. Okay? Any things you want to ask about this page?
There's whole wheat and whole meal. What's the difference?
Wow. Whole wheat and whole meal. Okay. Now, the difference actually, they says whole normally is considered as good. Okay? Whole, it means that the whole wheat, they actually put it into the food. So they didn't remove the bran, they didn't remove the germ. Okay? So everything. But in terms of percentage, slightly different. Whole wheat product, the percentage of the whole is much higher compared to whole meal. Okay?
Whole wheat is better.
Whole wheat definitely is better compared to whole meal. Okay? But compared to white bread, of course, whole meal is better than white bread. Of course, nowadays you can see bread with bran. Okay? They put in the wheat bran in it, additional. They want also definitely better than white bread. Okay? But if you have an option, go for the whole wheat.
Whole wheat, okay.
Okay? Whole wheat, it means it contains more fiber, more nutrient. At the same time, it will spoil very easily because it contains the germ. Okay? Any other?
No.
No. Okay. Very good. Thanks, Miss Lee. Would you want to point anyone? No. Thanks to have you here. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready for me to point the next person? No lah. Okay. We go for the other first. Right? I will not point yet. I give a chance for the others to look into other product. Good? Yes, can. You want to have a question? Yes.
Since you told us we should look at the label, but recently we can read from the Facebook
Yes.
that a lot of cereal, even in US, in Australia, they test out that there's insecticide with a very famous brand.
Yep.
We as a consumer, what right do we have if they hide this kind of thing? By the time we know, the damage is done. Not only to us, our next generation who may be eating the cereal all the time.
Yep.
So the label won't tell us.
Correct.
What right do we have? Can we sue them?
Okay. Now this is a very good question raised because it's about public health issue. All right. Some food product, they may have some contamination happening, whereby they may not be able to detect. By the time they detect, may have some of the product be released to the market. Right? So this is where somehow they will do product recall. They call back their own product because they detect something not so right. Okay? If you ask me as a consumer, what should you do to minimize all these risks? Point number 1, eat variety of food. Do not stick to one product. Never ever stick to one product. Okay? Similarly, like you're taking fruits and vegetables, right? Although we know fruits and vegetables is very healthy, but doesn't mean that you only stick to one fruits or one types of vegetable. Okay? All fruits and vegetables, they contain some form of herbicide, pesticide, this kind of chemical. But we are going to choose, sometimes you eat leafy, sometimes you go for the root, sometimes you go for the fruit types of vegetable. When you do rotation, this is where you will reduce the risk of all this chemical contamination. Similarly to the commercial product. change product from time to time. Okay? It's very hard to say that, can we detect the chemical inside a product? We can't. Unless you are Robocop. Your eye can scan the product. We just cannot. Alright? So just go to the first row, eat variety of product, change the product, eat different food each time. Okay? And have I answered your question? Partially. Okay. Okay, sure. Thanks a lot. So, still, if you ask me, is that if you want to prevent all this poisoning from happening, toxin accumulation in the body, choose different product each time. Change the food that you eat. Variety is important. Okay? Now, we go to this label. I guess this is an important one. Okay? Now, here there's two labels. This is actually overseas, which is by US. Malaysia one, smaller lah, huh? Okay? Now, Malaysia one, there are certain components they have to list it, compulsory to list it in the food product. Calorie, protein, fat, carbohydrate. These are the important and must items listed in here. Alright? In US, they have more law and regulation. They put up more vitamins. They add in some fiber in it as well. Now, certain product is very special, like for example, beverages. They have to put down the sugar content, the total sugar content. That one is by law, they must put up. Okay? Now, you may ask me, what does that mean? I can only see number. I don't even know whether it's enough or not enough. Alright? Now, for you as a consumer, those items that you need to be aware is actually, you just need to know total calorie. If you are on weight management, you talk about calorie. Okay? Total calorie is the one that helps you to maintain your body weight or you do adjustment to your body weight. If you have certain medical condition, for example, you have high blood pressure, then you may focus on the sodium. And again, not all product, they will list the sodium content. So what should you do? This is where you go for second step. You read the food ingredient list. Okay? Everyone can understand? Can, huh? Alright. Now, in here is that some product, later on I can show you which product they actually show the sugar, which product they will show the sodium, and which product is actually considered low fat, and so on. Okay? So this is the page. This one, some product they tell you how to store the product, how to make the product, and so on. So they will also listed, it will definitely be listed down as well. Okay? Now, anyone will check the expiry date before you eat something? Very good. Anyone don't even check the expiry date, just muscle first, go in first. Whether see vomiting, diarrhea. If got vomiting, got diarrhea, surely the food falls. Okay? Anyone will have this kind of tendency? Eat without read the expiry date. No, huh? I hope no one here. Okay? Now expiry date, they have two different names. One they will put, sometimes they put expiry date lah. Okay? Sometimes they put best for. Another is best before. One is used before. What's the difference then? The used before, if you can see from your break, all right? Anyone have your break today as your breakfast? Break. No one eat break. Anyone recognize this? What is this? Yes. And different color indicate different day of production. All right. In here you can see that they actually put guna sebelum. It means is that by the time you actually have the food guna sebelum, sometimes it means that the quality is still good. But if you eat, consume that, the quality may not good. Right? But doesn't mean that the food spoiled. Right? Now, when you go to commercial product, they actually will put best before. But if you're going to eat the food after the best before date, take your own risk. That means the product may have spoiled. Is that clear? Best before and used before. Okay? Clear? No confusion? No more food poisoning? Alright? Elderly got food poisoning is a very serious issue. Okay? So everything when you eat, you look at the label first. Yes?
At times, they put down there 6 months after the manufacturing date. Older people, they're going to use a calculator to calculate 6 months.
Yes, this is kind of bad.
Do you accept that type of expiry date?
Yeah. I guess it's a very good question raised as well. Somehow they'll put 6 months after. You may actually ask me whether it's something good. I would say not so good lah. Okay, because as you mentioned, you need to calculate by yourself. All right. So how about those that they cannot calculate by themselves? Then it's become an issue. Yes. All right. I guess your point is valid. All right. So again, I trust all of you here is a wise consumer. Do calculation, not just for the price, for the expiry date also. Okay? Any other question? Yes.
If there's an expiry date.
Correct.
What if I put the bread in the freezer?
Wow, very smart,
How long
Very
can
good.
I keep the bread?
Yes. Now, this is a very smart question. Bread can I put inside the freezer to extend the product quality. Okay? Now, when you're going to put the bread inside the freezer, you can actually last until 6 months or even to 1 year. Freezer, never open. Once open, temperature drop, then your bread going to spoil.
I mean, once open the fridge.
Freezer.
I mean, freezer, obviously, every day we open the freezer to take food, what?
True, but it's just that you make sure your refrigerator don't spoil so easily. Because again, if you know that you're at home, a lot of children open, close, open, close, open, close. Not a wise idea lah. Buy a fresh bread, please. Okay. Okay, so the bread, if you put inside a freezer, you can extend up to 6 months or 1 year even. It depends on the temperature of the freezer. Okay, now, that one is true. When you're going to put inside the freezer, you may not need to refer to the expiry date, but make sure you write the date onto the food packaging. Whenever you put your food or keep your food inside freezer, refrigerator, as long as the label itself is already removed, you put inside a Tupperware, please write down the date. Okay, that one is important for food safety. Okay?
Mr. Ng, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay. Same question as the lady, but what happens, can you extend the life if you put it in the fridge?
Now, the fridge, the temperature, I guess it's a question that is valid. The fridge temperature is much higher compared to freezer. Normally in the refrigerator, all right, the temperature keep around below 10 degrees Celsius, right? But your freezer is much below. It can be negative 20, negative 10 that kind of temperature. So because of that, the activity of the bacteria is put in sleep immediately. So that's why the shelf life can be longer. But if you're going to put it in a refrigerator, then be careful. It's much shorter. It can become 1 month only, or even maybe just 2 weeks. Okay? So be smart. And don't challenge yourself. Don't try put inside the freezer 2 years. Let me try, I can eat or not. Don't ever try like this. It's dangerous behavior. We call risky behavior. Okay? Now this is a food label that we'll talk about. Alright? So if there's no other things that you would like to ask, then I'm going to call 3 different persons to tell me what do you see from the product. I'm going to call number 1. Eye contact. Very scared, I know. Don't be so stressed, Okay? Now, just now I did call 2 female, then should I call the male? Wow, suddenly very strong. Yes! Sir, would you mind? Yes. How should I address you, sir? I'm Bob. Bob, okay. Very good. So very fortunate to have you here today. So, yeah. I'll let you choose. The stage is yours. Wow, very safe, Okay. Yes, Bob. So here there's 2 products. 2 products here. And you have a quick look, see what's the difference. Thanks. Both are canned, surely, as you can see. Okay, made up of tuna. It's a tuna can. All right. Yes.
I'm looking on my left-hand side. This tuna, TC boy.
Tuna, correct.
Mayonnaise, salad spray.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one is what do you call it? Chunks.
Yeah.
So, solid in the spring water.
Spring water.
White meat.
White meat, correct. So if you want to choose a healthy one, so which one would you choose then?
Normally, our family would choose the solid in spring water.
Would you mind to share with me the reason? Would you mind to share why you would choose this one instead of this one?
A simple reason is
No price,
solid.
solid.
Whereas this one is a mayonnaise, maybe
Mayonnaise.
shredded.
Oh, in terms of price, why not so wise lah? Very smart, wise consumer. And then, which one you feel that is healthier in that sense?
This one is a spread, whereas this one you might have to gourmet for top, something like that. You may have to mix it with some of your own mayonnaise lah, and the choices of.
So you make your own, a bit troublesome in that sense lah.
Yes, troublesome.
Yeah,
But
correct.
You might have to shred some
You don't have to.
tomato as well as
Yes,
carrot,
correct.
carrot.
You're right. Now, in these two products, if we read it carefully, you can see that this product, if you come to the front,
Yep.
all right, this cover, you see the side, what do you see?
Oh, here you have on my left hand side, you have low fat and low sodium.
Low fat, low sodium, this one, say anything?
Never say much.
They didn't claim anything, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't claim anything. The
Yes,
spread
correct.
gourmet, only, just a spread. I
Correct.
believe that this one is a shredded one.
You're right. This one is shredded one. Now, you can see this one is here in solid, that means it can be in a chunk, shredded. Okay? Now, this one, as you can see, is a low fat and low sodium. You will then know that calorie-wise, this one is much lower. Okay? Now, if you do not trust me, you say, I just say rubbish lah. You just need to read the food label, the nutrition information panel. Would you mind to read by 100 gram? What is the fat content like? The fat is here, 100 gram.
My eyesight not so good at the moment.
Cannot.
Energy,
Let me test better.
protein, carbohydrate,
Fat
sugar.
first.
Oh, fats. Fats.
The one
you
that with the
have,
blue label,
oh, here you have
100 gram.
100 gram. The is it 0.3 gram or 83 gram?
Okay.
In
If you
the
say the
per-
0.3, your eyesight still very good. You are right.
Too small, I think.
Yes. Then you look at this one, fat by 100 gram. See how much you can. The fat here, total fat.
Total fat.
And then 100 gram,
100
number three.
gram, yeah, total fat is quite high. 6.4 or
Yes.
64 gram.
This 6.4 gram. How many times
Yeah,
more fat compared to this one?
definitely this one more.
Yes, this one actually, in mineral water, has less fat, much lesser fat. By 100 gram, it's only 0.3 gram of fat. This one, by 100 gram, the fat content is actually 6.4. About how many times? 20 times.
20 times, yeah.
Okay, 20%, 20 times more fat. Then you'll know that if you're looking for those who want to go slim, this one is better product lah, in mineral water.
Yes.
Okay, now, how about for those who have a blood pressure issue? You want to look at salt, isn't it? Let's check the sodium content. Alright, now this one we check for because it says low sodium. Then we go for the low sodium.
Yeah, it's here in both. Rendah lemak, or they call it the rendah sodium.
Correct. Then we check the sodium. What is the amount? Also the blue highlight,
Sodium.
100 gram.
Yes, sodium in per 100 gram, you have 81 milligram of sodium.
Wow, okay. 81 milligram. Let's see this one. Sodium,
Sodium on my left, mayonnaise salad spread.
Good.
Here you have per 100 gram you have 600 or 810 milligram.
Yes. How many times?
Quite high, man.
Wow, suddenly. Yes, when you dissect the label, you only have surprise. Okay? That's why if you suddenly you feel very boring, you go to supermarket, a lot of surprises one. Alright? Now you can see here, the one that mayonnaise salad spread, the sodium 100 gram is 500 mg. This one, in spring water, the sodium content, 61 mg. You may actually ask me, then one day how much sodium should I take? One day, by right, it should be less than 2,400 mg or 2,500 mg. If you're taking this spread, if you finish the 100 gram, you already got how many? You already consumed 1/5 of your sodium gone. Okay? Now for those people who have a very strong fever, what you do? you add more salt. This is a favorite thing. When you go for canned food, you say very salty, then later on you go and put more salt. Then you say the canned food is bad. You never know that actually your hand even worse. You go and put more. Okay? So be careful. When you go to canned food, we go for low sodium one. Right? Like this one without the sodium is only 61 mg. Very little. Okay? So it's much more better option then. Okay? Now, so here we can compare the low salt and also low fat. When we compare product, remember compare by 100 gram to 100 gram. Huh? You do not compare 100 gram, 150 gram. Not fair. Okay? Clear? So compare 100 to 100, then it's much more clearer. Right? Any question?
Normally, you buy canned food, our family will look at the expiry date. Lah.
Smart.
Because canned food can be very dangerous.
Yes.
You don't
Correct.
be careful about the expiry date.
Besides that, even though expiry date they say is still fresh, look for the intended product. You do not choose a product that intended or spoiled or slightly you can see that the food stain, then you know that the product may have already broken. Yes, correct. Alright, be careful when you choose for the product.
Yes.
Alright, so if without no more question, then thanks a lot, Pop. Okay, thanks to have you here.
There's a question I would like to
Oh,
ask.
okay. Sorry.
The compare here.
Yes.
Now, I don't see this artificial coloring here.
Coloring here.
But in one article I read, a lot of food are very coloring.
Contain coloring,
They-
correct?
Either a preservative or coloring, start with E one, What does that indicate?
Now,
You see, under the Food Drug Association or agency
Yep.
in USA, every of this food must have got labeling with this E.
correct, correct,
What is
correct.
this E about?
Now, all the flavoring, all the coloring, by right, they should have a name. Alright? But in Malaysia, it's not mandatory for you to list out all the chemical. They will just put flavoring, coloring. Okay? Now, certain company, because they export the product to overseas, they have to put down all the coloring with the funny name. Okay? Those funny names you don't have to remember. As long as they put coloring, flavoring, you know that they added in. Right? You may actually ask me whether it's safe. Okay? Now, the safety itself, the company have to self-report. Number two, they will send to the government to do tests. Okay? So generally, as long as they put on the shelf, it's considered safe in that sense. Eh? And again, you may say, you got food flavoring, you got coloring, you eat also die, you don't eat also die. Now, this is a very wrong concept. Now, importantly, change product from time to time so that you minimize the chances that you accumulate the toxin into your body. Is it okay? Can I? Any other? No. Okay.
That's all.
Good. Thanks a lot, Paul. Yeah. Okay. Now today, I feel very, very excited because a lot of educated person here. It's easy to teach, easy to share. All right. Now I go to the next two items. Who should I call? Should I call female or should I call male? Should I call female or should I call male? Or never mind, I just call whoever. Okay. I got some sign. All right. I get some hint. Auntie. Yes. How should I address you?
Joanne.
Joanne. Okay. Message. Now you choose. You want to go for dairy or you want to go for the beverages?
Okay, I'll go for the juice.
Why?
Because my children loves a lot of juice.
Okay. When you go to juice, we normally will focus on sugar and the calorie.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can choose product. Like for example, you have two here. Now one product here is state orange juice. Here they put orange juice with no sugar added.
Okay.
So with that, what are the other things that you will also read?
This one has sex with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one is just juice.
Mm-hmm. Just
Okay.
choose. Now,
Well, what I'm concerned is all orange juice or whatever bottle canned juice, is it free of sugar or
Okay.
with the natural sugar?
very good. This is where we read the food label and the ingredient list. Okay. Now, how are we going to read? Let me teach you. You're very fortunate. Now one-to-one section.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So you turn to the other side.
this is
Yes,
the
correct.
ingredients
Yes.
list.
This one, no sugar added. Let's see what they put inside the ingredient. Huh? Now, the ingredient they put, juice berkat orange and sari. Juice berkat anggur, beberja susu, vitamin C, E, and A. And what do you have? Ingredient list.
This one I can't read, it's too small. You read.
Yes, that's my eyesight. Okay. Here, the ingredient list they put, orange juice with sacs, sucrose, glucose, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A. Which one do you think you contain sugar? My side or Joanne's side? My side or Joanne's side?
This one.
Yes, this one. Because just now I mentioned sugar can be different name. And this one, they have the sugar where we call sucrose and glucose. Okay? You know that this one is a bit more sugar. Now we read the number. We read the sugar. Now here, under carbohydrate, they have a total sugar. And we compare based on 100 ml. So this one that I'm holding with the sugar is 10.9 gram total sugar. Let's see, how much is yours? Total sugar, 100 ml is?
Can't see you.
Can't see, okay.
Too small.
Yes, this one, no sugar added, is 8.0 gram. Okay, now, sugar here, total sugar, the label here is a bit tricky. Why? By definition, total sugar, it means monosaccharide and disaccharide. We know that fruits contain fructose, also counted as sugar. But of course, if it didn't add in any sugar, it would definitely reflect in the number. No sugar, 2 gram lesser in terms of sugar. Okay? Now you ask me, then one is 8 gram, one is 10 gram, got different or not? If you ask me, I will tell you, no different. Okay? For example, you drink 2 packets of the no sugar one, and then you drink 1 packet of the with sugar one. You make a difference? Of course, you drink this one, more sugar already lah, because you total it up. If you drink only 1 packet, basically you drink less sugar. Isn't it? Okay? Now, sugar content, it makes a difference. Okay? Now, you tell me, in this, if I finish 1 whole bottle, how much can be though? If I finish 1 whole bottle,
Yes.
how much sugar in it?
How much? I think it's a bit too sweet. You have to add
Too sweet,
ice. Yes.
Can we?
Cannot read. Too
Cannot,
small.
okay. Now, this is a bottle juice. Now, here they mention per serving, every 240 ml, the sugar content is 26.6. 240 ml will contain 26 gram of sugar. You can see that as 1 serving lah. Do you think here it contain one serving? Actually, this bottle contains 1.5 serving. What does that mean? When they put a claim, they will show you 1 serving per serving, and they will show you per 100 gram or per 100 ml. When you misread this label, you thought that you finished 1 whole bottle at 26. Wrong. But actually, you finish it, it's already more than 26 because in this bottle it contains 1.5 serving. Okay? So what does that mean? Companies somehow can trick your eyesight. Be careful. They somehow even test your mathematics if you're not well versed enough. Okay? Label have to read very carefully. Alright? Now, have anyone have drink the whole large packet of juice or not? Anyone will buy a large packet of juice, the 1 liter one?
1 liter is a large one.
Yes. How many serving inside?
This is 250. I think 4 servings.
4 serving, right? Your children normally, how long it will take to finish one whole packet?
A day?
1 shot, isn't it? So it means you unconsciously drink more than that. Even though it says 1 serving only 26 grams of sugar, normally they drink whole finish. The 1 serving for your children is actually whole packet. What's the label here is only water. Okay? So we have to times the serving accordingly.
So it's 4 times
Yes.
1.
Correct. Alright? Now, and some people they actually would like to drink tea. They say tea is healthy. Alright? Let's check the sugar then. Now the sugar
It's
content
also
here, cannot see.
Very
Now,
sweet.
total sugar here they put 100 ml, 5.5, lesser compared to the others lah. Right? Now, will you finish the whole bottle? Will you finish the whole bottle? Yes, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's whole bottle, how much sugar then? They put per serving 13.2. Finish whole bottle 13.2, 13.2. Will you trust or will you not trust? Will you trust it? No, huh? Now, how you're going to do is that one bottle per serving is 13 grams, isn't it? Right? Now, I just now mentioned, this one is 1.5 serving. How many serving do you think here it has?
This one is one serving is a whole bottle or 100 grams.
This one whole bottle, it contains 1.5 serving.
This is 150 grams.
This one is contained here, 355 ml. So it's 1.5. Here, how many servings do you think?
I think 2.
2 serving. Actually, you're right, 2 serving. Okay, so it means you finish whole bottle, 13 grams of sugar times 2.
Times 2.
Okay, be careful, please make your own calculation. Okay, so basically it means is that when you read food label, what they claim is correct, but again, how much you're going to drink it is really depends on you. Okay, the claim has not wrong, it's never be wrong, it's only how much you're going to put in. Okay, tell me how much calorie.
No calories, water.
Very smart, 0 calorie. If you want to talk about weight management, slim, drink water better. Okay, this water costs money, drink water at home costs much lesser. Don't even need to pay. Okay, now for those who go out to the restaurant, you know that when you go for ordered drinks, please drink mineral water or any drinking water. You save your calorie. Okay, all the calorie go to where? Your waistline, for your information. So don't save the calorie inside your waistline. Okay, so drink mineral water, you don't need to save. Okay, any question?
I'd like to ask you about rice. What is
Rice.
parboiled rice?
Parboiled rice. Now, parboiled rice is normally happening in the Indian stall. Okay, so the parboiled is basically is the tubs of rice. They actually pre-cook it first. They half cook the rice and then they dry it again. Okay, so you consider parboiled. That's why they only cook half. Right? So after, because of the process, the rice, the fragrance is much stronger. Okay, and you may actually ask me whether parboiled rice is much healthy. I would say, if you talk about carbohydrate content, no matter which rice, it's about the same. Okay? Does it mean that parboiled rice is much better because somehow the parboiled rice contains higher fiber? Then you give a message, I can eat more. No. Healthy food doesn't mean that you have to eat more. You have to eat in moderation as well because they do contain carbohydrate about the same amount compared to other rice as well. Brown rice, white rice, parboiled rice, compared in the 100 gram, they're about the same carbohydrate content. Okay? But in terms of fiber, definitely they will have different. Okay? Brown rice may have more fiber compared to parboiled, and parboiled may have more fiber compared to white rice.
Okay.
Okay? Any other question? No? Okay, good. Thanks, Joanne. Yes. Now we come to the last one. Last one, of course, female come first, male will come second. So let's see who is the male that's so fortunate that I can point from here. I get a sign here. Uncle? Yes. Yes, 靚仔. Yes, clap, clap, clap. How should I address you, sir? Lim, Mr. Lim, yes. Now, you have the last one, Davy. This is your mic. Do you normally drink milk or eat any dairy food?
Actually, I don't know.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, milk, what is so good about milk?
They say that is what they call food that contains most of the nutrients that they say.
Okay, what you mentioned is actually quite correct. Milk itself actually contains very high vitamin D, calcium. What is that for? It's for bones, yes. If you want to be stronger bone, okay, then you go for dairy product because normally they contain high in calcium vitamin D. Okay? Now some people they say that if you want to have strong bone, you only get calcium, which is not right. You must have vitamin D because vitamin D to help you absorb the calcium and lock into your bone. You need vitamin D too. Okay? Now, in this milk, you can see there's yogurt, there's full cream, low fat, chocolate. Now, let's talk about the fat first. Do you guys able to differentiate low fat, full cream? Mr. Lee, do you know how to differentiate low fat, full cream? Or how they're made up?
I'm not sure.
Okay, sure. Now, fresh milk, you know that it's directly come from the farm. They didn't go through much process. They will not add anything into the milk. Full cream, low fat or skim milk, what they do is that they actually mix the milk solid plus milk fat, add in some vitamin in it. That's why they become low fat, skim or full cream. Alright, so basically it's telling us that fresh normally minimal process. Okay, and of course sometimes because of fresh milk, the cost is much higher because when transport is heavier. Okay, understand that? Now we have the low fat here, we have a full cream here. Let's check the fat content then, since this is the talk about fat. We check 100 ml.
100 ml. Wow. Calories.
Fat first.
Fat, where is it?
Lemak.
Lemak.
Here,
Wow.
1, 2, the what? Carbohydrate, lactose. Yes, this one, above the green.
Above the green. Lemak.
Lemak, yes.
1.3, is it?
1.3, correct. Now this is low fat, is 1.3 gram. Let's look at this fresh milk. Fat,
3.3.
how many times?
Two
times, right?
2 times.
Yes. You can see that based on the fat content, the low fat version has less fat. This is the fresh milk, 2 times higher. That's why the full cream always very nice mouthfeel. Put inside the coffee, very smooth, very short because of the milk fat. Okay? When you go for skim milk or low fat, drink like water, so thin. Okay? Because less fat. Okay? So in terms of investment of health, will you go for fresh milk? Will you go for low fat?
The pack lah.
Yes. So low fat one definitely sounds better lah. Okay? Now, again, they will have a lot of vitamins, mineral in it. The one is means that they contain a good source of all these vitamin. Okay?
Yes.
Now, this is a chocolate milk. What do you want to compare? Compare sugar. When you go for flavored milk, you compare sugar. Alright? Now, you look for the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate here, 100 ml is
0.2.
8.2. This one, carbohydrate is 4 point.
4 point, is it?
Yeah. This one, 4 points below the rate. Yes.
Yes, 4.4, is it?
Yes. So it's about 4.4, 4.5. So in terms of carbohydrate, double. Flavored milk contain higher sugar. This is for sure one. Okay? So if you have a blood sugar issue, go for lower carbohydrate or lower sugar content. Okay? Which is then, you go for the low fat original.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
This is the milk that we are looking at. Now we look at the yogurt. Anyone eat yogurt here? Yes, sir? Very good. Alright. Now yogurt, you know that there's a lot of different yogurt in the market, isn't it? Yes. We have a low fat yogurt, we have Greek yogurts nowadays. We also have with flavor, with fruits in it. Okay? Now we have two. One is a natural. Alright. So a natural, we compare the fat content first. Here they say low fat yogurt. The fat content is only 100 gram per 100 gram. Fat is?
1.5.
Yes, 1.5. All the low fat product, liquid by 100 ml, there must be less than 1.5 gram of fat. If it is solid, it must be less than 3 gram per 100 gram. Clear? Now, this one is also claimed as lemak rendah, low fat. The fat content is
1.8, 1.5 or so.
Yep.
1.5.
So it's 1.5. That's why they put it low fat. Okay. Now this one they added in the nata de coco. Okay. They added something in. Then let's check the sugar content. The carbohydrate. Carbohydrate here 100 gram is
114.7.
yes 14.7. Let's check this one. Natural yogurt. Carbohydrate is
Wow, very small.
can 9.8.
9.8.
Yes.
9.8.
9.8. This one is actually 14.7. So it means if they claim low fat, although it's low fat, you still need to look for the carbohydrate or the sugar. Okay? Now you can see the difference. If you go for natural yogurt, calorie lesser, low in fat, less in sugar. This one add something, surely got sugar. Okay? Now, any question?
Yes, milk, some people nowadays don't take it because of the
Lactose.
ingredient, not lactose alone, but casein,
Casein.
which is carcinogenic a bit. That is what some people say. So what is your opinion on it?
Okay. I guess this is what we call recently when you look into the calcium caseinate, which is one of the components inside the milk, casein. When we take in casein, it will form a semi-solid into our stomach. Cheese is high in casein. Okay? Cheese is high in casein, that's why in solid form. Right? So whether or not it will going to cause cancer, there's a lot of different thought. If you ask me, the casein inside the milk is unlikely to cause cancer. We do not have enough data to support that. But if they're going to take casein powder, the gym goer, they like to take protein powder, right? One type is actually casein powder, then be careful because it's very high concentration. Okay? Normally, natural food, that won't cause issue, only when it becomes concentrated. Okay? Have I answered your question?
Yes,
Okay.
partly.
Any other?
Talking about ingredients of food, there's one I want to ask is
Yes.
about the fats and all that. How about margarine?
Margarine.
Because, like, especially those who drink the Malaysian coffee, white coffee,
Yes.
they use margarine. They don't want to use butter because butter is very expensive.
Correct.
And margarine was told is more like hydrogenated
Yes.
fat.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Now, all those we call as milk alternative. That means it's not milk. All right. Like for example, that you get those. It's not milk powder. When you make the coffee, you use the dairy creamer. Dairy creamer, why so creamy? Because they add in palm oil. Okay. Or even they put palm oil. All right. Now, because of this palm oil, the saturated fat become much higher. Okay, in order to give you that mouthfeel, they will put in the saturated fat. All right, if you are health conscious, you may not want to take the dairy creamer because it's high in saturated fat. Okay, now if you're going to use the cooking oil as a palm oil, that one is fine. Okay, dairy creamer, they actually concentrated it, they actually derived from the palm oil. That one is not so good for cholesterol, for your cardiovascular health. Right? Have I answered?
no, I was talking about margarine. you
Oh,
know.
sorry.
Margarine.
Margarine.
They use margarine as one of the ingredients.
Yes, the margarine actually is not margarine, it's actually the palm oil.
Oh,
Okay, now margarine is in the market nowadays. If you look for the sunflower margarine, safflower margarine, olive oil margarine, those are actually soft margarine. Margarine have two types, soft and hard. The hard normally they use it in pastry. That's why so crispy. Okay, go to the bakery store, you smell very fragrant, isn't it? That one is hard margarine. Now hard margarine, it will cause issue because of the hydrogenation. Hydrogenation fat is going to cause our blood vessel much easy. Right? If you go for the soft margarine, like for example olive oil based, sunflower based, that one is healthy in that sense. Okay? Now when I say healthy, doesn't mean that go back home later, go to grocery shopping, take 1 tablespoon of margarine, go into your mouth. No. Okay? Okay, this is another tricky question. Margarine versus butter. This is always a good fight. The fight never ends one. Forever, ever continue. Right? Now, for those who really have cardiovascular issue, I would definitely suggest you go for the soft margarine instead of butter because saturated fat and saturated fat content. Right? If you are quite, you are quite healthy, no cholesterol issue, butter is fine. Okay, so any food used in moderation, that will be nice, right? If you're going to use butter, wow, cook hamburger, put margarine into your bread, go into your, nowadays they even put the butter inside the coffee some more, wow, overloaded with good things. At the end, overload your blood vessel, next day, get a little bit heart attack. Okay? So yes, butter somehow is good, but doesn't mean that you have to eat a lot. Alright? You just need to put a little bit for the flavor only. Okay? If you have cardiovascular health, if you have cholesterol issue, go for soft margarine instead. Okay? Now soft margarine, it must be from the fridge because it's soft. When you put it at room temperature, it becomes liquid. Right? You must keep inside the refrigerator. Okay? Have I answered? Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Okay. Now, again, bombarded by a lot of questions. Alright? My leg almost become jellyfish. Alright, so I guess we already come to almost the end, where we have compared the fat content, sugar content, and the salt content. Alright, before I close the session, maybe I will just take maybe 1 or 2 questions more if you have any hot question. Otherwise, you can always approach me after the event. Any more questions? Yes, I can do. Thank you.
Hi, I just have 2 questions. One question is coconut oil. Coconut oil is quite high in saturated fats, but there are also studies to show that it has got health benefits. And quite a number of us use coconut milk in our dishes.
Yes.
How do you comment on that? Like, what are your views on that? And secondly, when you spoke about water, there are a lot of different types of water in the market, like drinking water, there's reverse osmosis, there's
Alkaline
mineral.
water,
Yeah, but the thing is, some people say that mineral water is actually associated with mineralization, stones, urinary stones.
Yep.
What are your views on that?
Okay, so 2 questions. Number 1 is about coconut oil. Number 2 is about water. I will answer number 1 first. Coconut oil. Coconut oil nowadays is very hot. Alright? I don't know why. Maybe because we are from Malaysia, suddenly coconut become very hot things. Alright? Now, coconut oil, yes, they somehow show a benefit. If you use the refined coconut, which is MCT, medium chain triglyceride, that one is very refined. You only use it, you only can buy it from pharmacy somehow, or even somehow will use it in a hospital setting. That one is very, very refined. But if you're going to use coconut milk, sorry, different story. Because that one is not refined, it contains much more saturated fat. Alright? Then it may actually cause issue. Okay? Now, if you are healthy, you don't have to use coconut oil. Alright? But of course, if you want to use some coconut oil in your cooking, it's fine. It's again, moderation is always the key. Alright? If you use coconut oil in everywhere nowadays, my client told me, I use coconut oil to rinse my mouth. I use coconut oil into my cooking. I use my coconut oil for my chicken rice. Hello, will you cause issue? Yes, because your whole diet coconut oil. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, somehow I will say that if you want to use coconut oil, it's actually quite good for your hair, you know, quite good for the skin also. Alright, so you don't have to throw away your coconut oil, use it externally, it's much better. Alright, so coconut oil, yes, MCT specifically, it somehow show a short-term benefit in terms of our cholesterol. If you're going to use coconut milk, it's a different story, so don't ever try. Okay? But if you're going to use small amount for cooking, it's okay. Right? Have I answered your first question? Yes, sir? Yes. Correct. So coconut oil margarine is not meant for 100% coconut. They actually add in some other oil as well. So only small component is coconut oil. Yes. Again, if you're going to use a very small amount, it's fine. Not an issue. Yes, coconut oil is not animal oil, but doesn't mean that coconut oil is very healthy until you can replace other oil. Right? Now, when you come to oil, I always advise you change your oil accordingly because different oil have different fatty acid profile. If you use only one type, you only can get one type. If you use different type, you get all different fatty acid profile. Then why not? Okay? The concept is variety. Okay? Second question, which is the water. Yes, I like this question so much. Now, I'm unsure whether you read the recent news. There's an expert who pushed alkaline diet, has been fined for how many billion or million? It's actually, I guess it's 4 billion ringgit because of the misinformation given. Alkaline diet, alkaline food is a wrong information. Now it's a little widely announced it. It's wrong information. That's why the doctor who pushed for alkaline food, alkaline diet, kena sue, get sued because of the information given. Okay? Similarly, do you need to get alkaline water? Well, if you say that the water becomes just part of your diet, I guess it's fine. But you drink alkaline water doesn't mean that when you drink it, you become superwoman, superman. Huh? It never happens as such. It's just a source of water. Right? You may actually ask me whether mineral water is good or normal water is good. I would say it's really up to you. Right? For example, for those people that who sweat a lot, then I will feel that mineral water is become a good source because you do need it. If you are the one that at home sit like only, sit only, do you think you need more mineral? You don't even sweat much. So when there's too much of mineral inside our body, we will start to gang up. Mineral like to be together, gang out together. What will happen? Stone. Once become stone, they are the king. Once they become the king, you go to hospital. Okay? Don't ever try. So each food has different meaning. Doesn't mean that the food is good, you go and take it. You have to ask yourself, do you really need it first? Okay? Have to ask yourself, don't be kiasu. Food cannot be an insurance. You take more, it's good. No such thing. Okay? So only take food that you need. If you don't know what you need, talk to us, dietitian. We are very free one. You can, by all means, talk to us. Okay? Any other question? Maybe I'll take one more person to ask. Okay.
Coconut water.
Coconut water. Okay. Coconut water compared to Santa is different story because it's just the water. Yes, coconut water is actually a very we call very hydrating fluid. Like for example, if you're after sport, after jogging and so on, coconut water is very refreshing. That one is fine. Okay? So coconut water can be a good drink, okay, compared to other beverages as well. Okay? It's fine to take coconut water, no problem. But if you're going to go outside, Mark store, whatever store, drink coconut water, you know they added sugar. So is that good? No more. Alright? So you can get the fresh coconut water, then we'll do. Right? No problem. It's a good idea.
One more question, Mr. Ang.
Wow.
One more question.
Okay, sure.
Any questions?
One more question. Oh. Maybe I'll go for the last. I will attend to you later one-to-one. Okay, yeah. Let's share your thought loudly. Everyone listen.
The latest trend is everybody is asking about hydrogen water.
Hydrogen water.
They say prevention of cancer. Is it true?
Now, if it is true, the World Health Organization must have already claimed it to tell everyone must drink. But if they didn't, it means that the science is not strong enough to claim that. That's why they become conservative, not to declare first. Okay? So you ask me, hydrogen water, can you drink? Yes, you can drink. But whether you're not going to prevent cancer, it may not, or it may also, because the science is not strong enough. Okay? But definitely, it's also a good source of water. Okay? Okay, so I guess I take up too much of time. Alright, I talk too much. Now I dry mouth. Okay? I should stop here. But again, thanks a lot for your attention. Thanks a lot for your question. Thanks a lot for cooperation too. Thank you.